razor sharp, reflections on the screen. Code in my veins, I'm the algorithm queen. Built my throne from blocks, no prefab scene. Blueprints of ambition, stitched in every seam. Stepping through the jungle, predator not prey. Snakes in the grass, watch them all slink away. Chiseled my name, stone won't decay. I don't play the game, nah, I sculpt the clay. Game recognized, game, that's the creed. I don't follow footsteps, I plant the seed. Foundation firm, I grow, I breathe. Game recognize me cause I lead, I lead. Chessboard, mine moves 10 ahead while they tiptoe. I'm stomping lead. Talk big, but their credits unread.
Alright, if you're going to say it clean and say it strong, just truth with backbone. This is exactly how I thought Akademiks' response or conversation with Vlad went about, and I loved it. A little background before we get into anything else. With the Epstein files, and regarding all these higher-ups we've been speaking about, detailing all the alleged information now out, as I stated in my last video. However, regarding Jay-Z, another one that was found to be listed in the files, along with all of the other alleged information being spoken about, as if that isn't bad enough, let's look at some of those alleged things from Akademiks' viewpoint.
What we have here, we're playing musical chairs. I'm senator this time, I'm governor that time, I'm like secretary of this time. We're all in politics. Politics as usual. Who said that? Now, I'm going somewhere with the story, but you have to stick with me and be patient. That's why Trump supposedly got elected. He was someone that was not in the establishment. It was thought of that the establishment inherently was corrupt. The poor people and the people at the bottom always got screwed. The people at the top always won. And yes, Trump was never really at the bottom, but at least he was seen as an outsider. There was theories and thoughts about how politics worked. Politics based on people that were either donors, lobbyists, all of these super PACs that would, kind of influence whether they wanted gun control a little bit lessened or increased. It basically, who cares if you wanted abortion if there wasn't billionaires that really didn't want or wanted abortion sacrificing? This is a cabal. It sounded crazy then. Vlad would be one of the people that said, the people who believe these things, they're an idiot. Why? Even though there was a couple of patterns that was very noticeable, Jeffrey Epstein, notably, gets sentenced, or did he kill himself, 2019, we start to see some real proof that maybe the super billionaires and trillionaires and the really rich motherfuckers, maybe they are doing some weird shit, and maybe they're protecting each other. We've seen some stuff by that time that there was some pattern recognition that people could get to. You see why I connected this to AI? That's what people do. AI is trying to be learning like how we do. If you see some things like, wait, how come his shit, in terms of him being accused of sex trafficking, seems way less...
Now, I only started watching Vlad because my husband watched him way back when he first started, which I would consider one of the first content creators/bloggers to have a platform worth enjoying. People came to enjoy and respect him. However, this past weekend, he decided out of the blue to tweet a statement that millions would definitely pay attention to about Jay-Z and Roc Nation. Unbelievable.
Now, if I mentioned this name in 2018, they would laugh us out the room. Why does Vlad have this fucking lunatic on here talking all this shit? Years later, we see in Vegas, the guy got picked up for everything he said on your podcast. So what I'm saying is that how much are the people that are believing either any of this, or some of it, or even a piece of it stupid, or maybe, there's some things to be discussed, maybe even if you were being, I think you were being satirical.
Look, part of my job is to educate my viewers as well. Like, I want the overall intelligence of my community to go up. If that means I ostracize certain people who think that everything I said in that tweet is true, then I get it. Not every person is matched to a certain media personality, whatever. But at the end of the day, like, name me something in that tweet that has any level of truth, and I'll gladly discuss it. Now, if something comes forward, if it's proven that Jay paid off the doctor or had something to do with the judge or whatever else, and it goes to court and it gets proven in the same way that Epstein got proven, same way that what's his name, Harvey Weinstein got proven, then that's cool. We could discuss it. But these are all just weird allegations. These are all conspiracy theories. The same way that Tory's dad had that outburst at the end. It's like, it's all Roc Nation. Rah! That doesn't help anybody, man. That doesn't help anybody. It's not going to help get Tory out. And at the end of the day, Tory has to work through the legal system. His appeal did not go through, which is not a surprise. Only 2% of appeals goes through. If he finds, now Tory wants to use his bodyguard, but his bodyguard hasn't had a chance.
There's a difference between honesty and being heartless. Vlad's post made it clear. You can disagree. You can debate. But when empathy leaves the room, so does character. Being loud doesn't make you right. Being cold doesn't make you strong. Do better. And when I read Vlad's post, what stood out wasn't the opinion, it was the lack of consideration. We've forgotten something simple. Words carry weight. You can stand in your truth without trampling someone else's dignity. Strength without compassion is just cruelty dressed up as confidence. So I felt that his post wasn't bold, it was careless. There's nothing impressive about being inconsiderate and calling it real. And that's my thoughts on that. It didn't solve anyone's problem. It only gave us a sense of how important what you say from now on will be. That's unfortunate. We live in a time when cruelty gets applause and kindness is called weak. But kindness has always outlived arrogance. Character is revealed in how we handle other people's hearts.
Simply put, I'm the riddle you missed. Gloss on my lips, truth in my fist. Not a diamond, more like a stone. Unpolished, rough, I shine on my own. Scribbled lines, no